What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be bringing you a Striker Mitsurugi Radiant Typhoon deck profile. I would like to apologize first things first because this video is a little bit late. Not only was this supposed to be posted on Thursday, but it's actually late in terms of time because I got held up at work. So, I'm sorry. I did mean to get this out on Thursday, but things happened, I got busy, and I just couldn't make it. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get straight onto this profile. Now, there's two things I want to preface before I get started here. First of all, this is not a perfect build. There are some things that I would like to change in it, some things that I'd like to test, but for now and for what I have, I'm happy with this. The other thing is, I am running 3 Ghost Spell. These are supposed to be Radiant Typhoon Chant. I just haven't been able to pick that up yet. And until I can, I do think that this is largely the best hand trap. The non-best Mulcharmy, or the best non-Mulcharmy hand trap. So getting into the profile, we are on 2 Ray, 3 Engage, 3 Linkage, 1 Rhoda. That is it for the Sky Striker starters. For the Mitsu starters, we are on 3 Pre-Prep, 3 Prayers, 1 Havakiri, and 1 Aramasa. The good thing about this is not only are all of these starters, but they are also all board breakers. For the Radiant stuff, I am on 3 Vision, 1 Eldem, and 1 Swen. Again, I would like to play 3 Chant. I just haven't been able to pick that up yet. For the Sky Striker not starters, we are on 1 Lemniscate, 1 Widow Anchor, and then for starters that are non-engine, we are on 3 Talent. I also have 4 board breakers, Droplet, MST, and Duster. Called by, just to help your combo lines go through. I do have 1 Rose. There is an argument if you're playing less Mitsu stuff to maybe play 2 of this, because if you open it and nothing else, it's not necessarily the worst. But if you open it along with other starters, it does kind of hurt. So maybe you could consider cutting something in the Mitsu lineup. Like you could maybe cut Futsu, or something like that. You could cut down, or maybe if you don't care about spells and traps, you could cut Duster. You could cut down and then add in a Rose. I just only am playing 1 because I don't want to risk opening multiples. And then for the Mitsu bricks, Murakumo, Futsu, Ritual, Saji, Mirror, Purification, and Kusanagi. Like I said, there is a legitimate reason to not play Futsu because that is adding another brick. I just am too committed to playing Futsu. Theoretically, you could maybe cut this for a trap card that you could set off of talents, but I prefer just playing Futsu. That's just my personal preference. And then, like I said at the start, 3 Ghost Spell. Again, these are supposed to be chants, but until I get those, I think these are the best non-Mulcharmy hand trap right now. Extra deck. 2-0, 2 Kagari, 1 Camellia. In testing, I have never once missed a 3rd Kagari or a 3rd 0. I've just never missed them. You could maybe cut something a little bit later to add 1, but then you'd pretty much have to cut something else because you really want to match these. If you're playing 2-0, you want to play 2 Kagari. If you're playing 1-0, you want to play 1. If you're playing 3, you want to play 3. You really want to match them, but, you know, do what you want. There's no correct way to deck build. 1 Shizuku, 1 Hayate, 1 Azalea, 1 Zeke, 1 SP, and 1 Exciton Knight. These are kind of the, what I would call, essential extra decks. Honorary essential extra deck is Masquerena. Just because if game 2 or 3, if they know that you're on the Sky Striker stuff, they could theoretically find ways to counter that, so you could just do full Mitsu stuff. And then, like I said, the IP is a honorary necessary, but you could, these are kind of the 4, like, not required. IP, Amatsu, Engage Zero, and Dugaris. I like Dugaris because I like to draw. Also is good for follow-up because you can reborn the Murakumo to void wipe them. But it's all up to you. These 4 are kind of the flex spots. These 4 are, if you want to cut any one of them out for anything, except maybe IP, so like it would just be these 3, you can. It's totally fine. Side deck. Shifter, I play just because I am toxic, but also it's actually not that bad. You don't really care too much if your stuff gets banished. I'd say the main things that kind of hurt if they get banished are your one-ofs, you know, Futsu, Murakumo, Habakiri. But then some of the other stuff, there are actually in-engine ways to get some of them back, so it's not terrible. Thrust targets, this is all for going first. 2 Black Goat Laughs and a Karma Cannon. I really wanted to play 3 Black Goat, but it just felt kind of awkward with some of the other stuff that I'm playing. So these are your main going first cards. And then for just additional board breakers and going second cards, 1 Wosu. I would like to play the Sky Striker kind of kaiju, but I just don't have it. 1 Afterburners, 1 Jamming Waves. For your Sky Striker breakers. And then for generic breakers, just 2 Raigeki. You could, if you want to play the 3rd Black Goat, you could cut one of these and play a 3rd Black Goat, because you could just search this off of talents. Or thrust, rather, excuse me. You could search this off thrust. And because it's a board breaker, if you are going second, more than likely they have some kind of a board, so it's live with it, and you don't have to like set it and then not be able to play it. So maybe there's a world where you cut this down to 1 and play a 3rd Black Goat, but I liked having the ability to, you know, have them make their board, they do whatever, they interrupt me, I go, oh, okay, I'll go thrust, search a Raigeki, activate it, they negate it, and I go, haha, sucks to suck, I opened 2. That actually has come up, and it's kind of fun. And then more going second cards, just to kind of make your opponent build a little bit less of a board so it's easier to break, just 6 Chummies. With the new stuff out of Blazing Dominion, I don't quite know if it's worth it to maybe take out the Perulias and do Meowls, because I don't know what the Elf Note and Cool Tune and all that stuff does. I don't know what they really do, so I don't know if they do stuff from the grave a lot, but I'm just going with Perulia and Fua because those are the 2 most generic ones that play into the most stuff. So yeah, guys, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you guys like it. Like I said, it is not perfect. There are some cards I want to add. Like I've got off to the side here. Thrust, a second Rose maybe, Lightning Storms, stuff like that. I am genuinely considering going down to just a Striker Typhoon package or deck, just because the Mitsu stuff, it's great when you don't brick. You know, opening something like Widow Anchor, Murakumo, freaking, like, just stuff like that you can't really play all in one hand really hurts. It really, really sucks. But yeah, that's it for this deck profile. Again, I'm sorry it's been a minute. I've gotten really, really busy. Things have just gotten kind of out of hand. But hopefully this long form video makes up for that. Yeah, guys, let me know if you liked this down in the comment section below. If you really liked it, make sure to leave a like on the video. And if you really, really liked it, please consider subscribing. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. And remember, don't drown.